we're just going to do that. All right, so you can sit, you can stand, either way. We're not going to be doing cartwheels or anything, so no worries on that. But I'm just so grateful to be here with all of you. So thank you for having me. All right, so we're going to start with just our palms open toward the ceiling, and just slowly bring your hands into fists and then back out. Really, this is all just about body awareness right now. We're just trying to just notice what we feel. Right? Do 2 more. All right, and now I'm going to have you clasp your hands together, and you're going to rotate them so that your palms are facing away. Can everyone hear me and see me okay? Flag me down if you can't, okay? And you're going to inhale as you press forward, and then release those fingers, and you can either exhale as you drive your elbows back, or you can exhale and bring them up and then release. Okay, so the idea here, and then we'll go back to the beginning here. Inhale as you press, and exhale as you drive back. So we're just trying to wake up our upper back here, feel your scapula, your shoulder blades coming together. Okay, let's do that one more time. Inhale and exhale. Feel that chest open up. All right, you might want to roll your shoulders a few times here. All right, let's do a forearm stretch. So extend one hand out, palm up, and the other hand on top. And then you're just going to bend that hand down. Again, not forcing it, but you're trying to get a good stretch through your forearm here. Okay, you can also do this, put your hand on a chair if that would, the armrest of a chair, if that feels better. Okay, then straighten it out, and then one more time on that same side. All the notes you've been taking, your hands might be tired. All right, and we'll release that and go to the other hand. And you may notice you can push onto your palm, or you can push on your fingers, and then you'll feel kind of those joints where your fingers attach to your hand. Get a good stretch as well. And release. And one more time. All right. Here we go. Okay. Last thing, let's clasp our hands together and just rotate those. Do some ankle. These are wrist circles. And then go the other direction. All right. Go. And let's put our hands at our sides. Okay. I want you to roll your shoulders back and down, and pull your belly button into your spine. So we're not holding our breath, but we are standing up nice and straight. And we're going to just slide down one hand toward the side of your knee and let your ear follow. Okay, kind of like your back is against a wall, so that you're not rounding forward like this. Just a stretch for the side of your neck, and then slowly come up and go to the other side. And of course, we're not forcing anything. We're just trying to, you might feel a few little clicks, or that's okay. Trying to loosen things up. And back to the second side. And one more time on each side. Go. Second side. All right, let's inhale up. And now I want you to just reach one hand like you're trying to reach toward a rope or something, with one hand up and then the other. Just trying to stretch your lats here, the side of your rib cage. like, oh, wow, didn't know that was tight until you start stretching. There we go. All right, now we're gonna grab our left wrist with our right hand. Again, you might wanna make sure your feet are hip distance apart since our arms are above our head. So we're gonna pull to the side. Now I know this might be really tight for some of you, and so again, not forcing anything. Another option is always to do it this way, okay, right in front of you. We're pulling to the side, and then inhale up, switch the hands, holding onto the right wrist, and exhale, reaching to the other side. There you go. Inhale up, and exhale as you reach. And if your arms are in front of you, another option would be, oops, why am I having trouble with this one? Just pulling up on that elbow, okay? All right, and one more time. Inhale and exhale. There we go. All right, now we're gonna work on a little spinal mobility. So I want you to get, you can again be doing this in a chair or standing in kind of a huddle position. So if you're in a chair, I just ask you to scoot your bottom forward a little bit so that you have some room to kind of spread your knees apart. Your toes are a little wider than your heels. Okay, when you're hinging forward like this, you want to make sure that your belly button is pulled into your spine, so that will engage your core and protect your low back. Okay, so we're in this position here. We're going to inhale, opening up our chest, looking forward. And then as we exhale, we're going to round our back, looking down toward the floor, not tucking your chin because you don't want to strain your neck, but, and then inhale. So this is one where you just follow your breath. So you may do it at a different pace than the person next to you, and that's okay. When you're ready to inhale, you're kind of sticking your tailbone out, opening up your chest, looking forward. And when you're ready to exhale, it's almost like you're laying over a beach ball. And you're tucking your tailbone under, rounding your shoulders. Probably the only time I'll tell you to round your shoulders. Okay, let's do a couple more here. And some of you may recognize this as cat and cow, which of course you can do on hands and knees on the floor as well. All right, we'll come back to neutral here, and then we're going to stay in this position and look in one direction. So you're going to push into the inside right above your knee and drop that shoulder, looking away. Okay, so you should feel a stretch as you drop that shoulder in on the inside of that thigh that you're pushing against. And then inhale up and exhale to the other side. So inhale up and exhale. Inhale up and exhale. All right, and now as we come up, I want to make sure that your core is pulled in and keep your knees bent so that you're not using your back to come up, you're using your legs. All righty, let's see here. So let's loosen up our hips a little bit. So you may want to hold on, kind of come out and hold on to the edge of your chair. You can come out even up here, but what we're going to do is just swing one leg front to back, okay? And again, there's not any certain height. It's just working on loosening up that hip. Okay, again, I'm feeling a few clicks, so maybe you are too, that's okay. Okay, there you go. And then you can turn around and do your other leg. Okay, it's good to do maybe about 10 of these swings. And if you're still seated, that's okay, because we're going to be doing some other things that you can do when you're seated. Okay, all right. Great job, guys. All right, now here comes the tricky one. So now you get to now you're going to face that chair or whatever you're holding on to, and you're going to bring the leg in front of you across and then out. Okay. Yeah, exactly. It's a little balance work here. Always good to keep your belly button pulled into your spine. All right, let's switch to the other leg. Yep, again, there's no certain height. You're just working on that mobility. Yep, we got some clicks going. That's okay. That's all right. Okay, we can give that one a break. And hang on, we got just a couple more for the hips, especially if you're seated. You can definitely do this one. Just again, scoot yourself to the front of your chair. But we're gonna, first you're gonna engage your core. So pull that belly button into your spine and then hold on and lift one knee. Bring it around like you're going around a pot of flowers and down. And then lift it up on the side and bring it back. Let's do that again. Up, out, down, up, in, and down. One more time. Up, out, down, up, in, and down. So you're getting that internal and external rotation on each leg. All right, ready? Other leg. And up, out, down, up, in, and down. Up, out, down, up, in, and down. One more time. Up, out, down, up, in, and down. All right. Good work, guys. All right. So now let's work on stretching those inner thighs. When we're doing all this sitting, everything gets pretty tight. So we're going to stand wide. Okay. You're going to keep your weight primarily in your heels. And you're going to bend one knee, keep that weight in that heel, and kind of drive your tailbone back a little bit. Okay, so you should feel a stretch on the inside of the straighter leg. Okay, and then inhale up and exhale to the other side. And inhale up, exhale. Inhale up. So you can kind of feel your hips come underneath you as you stand up, and then your tailbone goes back as you go down to the other side. Okay, we're going to do it one more time. Inhale up, and this time you can lift the the toe of the straight leg. You'll get a little bit more of a calf and hamstring stretch. In addition to the inner thigh, inhale up and exhale down. One more time. Inhale up, exhale, and inhale up and exhale. All right, we'll come back to center. Bring your feet back together, and then again, you can hold on, or you can just keep your toe on the ground, and we'll do some ankle circles here. Okay, just kind of do 5 in one direction going clockwise, and then 5 counterclockwise, or you can be free-flowing here as well. Okay, and then switch to the other foot when you're ready. All right, and then finally we'll do just some point and flex. So you're kind of going toe to the floor, then heel to the floor, toe and heel. It's amazing how tight our Achilles, the back of our ankle can get. One more time. And let's switch to the other leg. Point and flex. And flex. Here you go. Point and flex. Feeling that stretch in your calf. Flex, and one more. Point and flex. Okay, now in that flex position that we were just in, we're going to do that again in order to stretch out our hamstring and our calf. So I'm going to put one foot forward and have my toe up, my heel down. I'm bending the back knee. Okay, the front leg is straight but not locked out. Okay, so just keep that knee soft. And now we're going to hinge forward. So that's different than kind of rounding forward like this. I want you to think of From the top of your head to the bottom of your bottom is one straight line. Okay, so we're not rounding, that's hard on the back. So we're gonna hinge forward, weight in the back heel. Okay, and you should feel a stretch in the back of that straight leg. Okay, and then push through the heel as you come up. Now, if you'd like, you can use your hands and kind of sweep down with your hands as you hinge forward and come up. So again, you would inhale as you're sweeping and exhale as you reach. Let's do that again. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Good work, guys. Okay, switch to the other foot. So again, weight is in your back heel, back knee is bent, front leg is, that leg is straight, but the knee is soft. And we're going to hinge forward, flat back, inhaling down, weights in the, pushing into that back heel. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. And one more. Inhale down, exhale up. There you go. Okay, almost done here, guys. All right, so let's, I'm actually going to have you, well, you can sit or you can stand. We're just going to do kind of a forward fold. So if you were sitting, you kind of widen those knees and those feet again, and you're going to just sort of slide on down. Try and stay in the chair, don't fall out, but, and just, whoa, hello. Okay, I'm not going to do that again. All right. But we're going to just kind of let our body hang. So you can do that seated, or you can do it from a standing position. But again, always pull your belly button into your spine so your core is engaged. So there's no, again, you don't have to be, you can put your hands on your chair if you feel like it's too much to just kind of let those arms hang, or you can let the arms hang, let the, let your neck just be flat, straight. And just breathing here. Okay, now I want you to shake your head no. Back and forth, and then shake it yes. All right, and slowly pulling your core, bend your knees as you slowly come on up. All right, now I do want you to sit down for just a moment. Just get in kind of your most comfortable position that you can for in your chair, okay? And what I want you to do, if you're comfortable closing your eyes, great, but you don't have to. But we're just gonna kind of do a body scan, okay? So you're gonna start at the top of your head and just notice your breathing as you're kind of sliding, kind of scanning down front and back of your neck and into the shoulders. Okay, if you're finding a tight spot, breathe into that area. Take a nice deep inhale through your nose and out your mouth. But as you're going, just take your time noticing your breath. And you're just scanning all the way down your chest, your back, over your hips, over your bottom, down the front and back of your legs. No rush. Over your ankles. And feel that at the top and bottom of your feet. Okay, and when you get to the bottom there, you can even just keep your eyes closed if they're closed, and we're going to do what's called square breathing. Okay, so you're going to picture a square, and each side is a 4 count. Okay, so We're going to inhale for 4, then hold it for 4. Exhale out your mouth for 4, and hold for 4. Let's do that again. Inhale. And hold. Exhale. And hold. Right, one last time. Inhale for 4. Hold for 4. Exhale for 4. And hold for 4. All right, and now take a nice deep inhale through your nose, out your mouth, and give those shoulders a roll back. And be aware that when, as this, we're only partway through this conference, so as you're sitting in your chair, just think about your posture. You don't have to be right here, but think about rolling your shoulders back and down, keeping your core pulled in, okay? Doesn't mean you're not sitting against the back of the chair, but you just want to be aware because we all, myself included, start doing more of this, right? Especially if you're writing. So just check in with yourself periodically and roll those shoulders back so that, because we get so tight in our upper back. All right. Thanks, guys.